So, this is finally going to be your year. You want to get the ball rolling on buying your first home, buying your first investment property, buying your first Airbnb. If you came to this video, you're at the right place. I want to break down why I created First Time Buyer Academy. So, first of all, who is First Time Buyer Academy for? It's really for anybody, no matter where you live, who is committed, not just interested, but really committed to buying your first home in the next 6, 9, 12 months. People who really want to get the knowledge, the experience, and make sure they're setting up the right team to help facilitate one of the biggest transactions you're ever going to make in your life. This might not be the right place for everybody. If you're years out, there's a lot of great resources that I can send you to. Feel free to reach out in the comments. But this resource right here, this small individual group, is going to be for those people who really want to make it happen in the near-term future. So before I break down what is First Time Buyers Academy, I wanted to just introduce myself quickly and explain who I am. My name's Avi. I've been a realtor here in Santa Barbara for the past about 4 years. In these past 4 years, I've sold about $67 million worth of real estate, and a huge group of my business, and honestly one of my favorite groups of people to help when it comes to real estate, is first-time buyers. People that have been renting their whole life, who are ready to jump in, ready to make that change to go from renting to owning, who are creating a new lifestyle for themselves and their families, ready to invest in their future. And these people obviously, as they should, have a lot of apprehension, have a lot of questions. There's a lot of planning and prep that has to go into the process. And I love it because I get to be there for someone's first keys to their own home. I get to make sure that they're set from the beginning to the end. I get to educate and coach, which is something that I love to do best. And I've learned a lot helping so many first-time buyers. And the thing that I noticed is in other markets and stories I've heard from people in other areas, and other people even here that work with other agents, I've heard stories where people, when they're finally ready to buy their first home, they're maybe watching some YouTube videos, maybe they go on Zillow, they go to an open house, and before they know it, they feel pressured or like they have to make an offer before they miss out, and they're under contract and they don't understand the processes that's going on when it comes to escrow and inspections. And then, they end up buying this house that sometimes they regret, or they feel like they were pressured into it, or they moved too quickly. And First Time Buyers Academy is really the space and the group that's going to make sure that never happens to you and never happens to anyone that joins our group. It's going to be the place where we're going to go through all the steps. You're going to get one-on-one coaching. You're going to get a professional's help to assemble your team and really understand the process before you make one of the biggest purchases of your life. Helping so many first-time buyers over the years has really allowed me to create a process that works every time to make sure they're taken care of, feel great about what they're buying, and understand all of the ins and outs. And what I've realized is I can scale this now and partner with other people to make sure that even if you're not in Santa Barbara, even if you're somewhere across the United States, even if you're in Mexico or Bali, this process can still work for you, and this group can still be a huge value for you. I've created a 5-step plan that's going to make sure you go from the very beginning, when it's just a thought in your mind, game planning, dialing in your credit, to assembling your team and really understanding the ins and outs of who's going to be helping you through the process. Your realtor, your lender, your insurance pro, maybe your property manager if it's an investment property, maybe your contractor. Understanding all your numbers and all the costs associated, the hidden costs that sometimes people don't know, like closing costs, understanding how an HOA works, to shopping successfully, understanding the communities, the areas, the ins and outs of what you're buying, and then finally getting the keys to the property of your dreams and feeling really good about the whole process. Understanding how it's working, understanding how to negotiate when you're in escrow, understanding how to back out if the deal's not a good fit. So First Time Buyers Academy is going to be a small select group. It's a private group, and we're going to be adding new people little by little. The first round is going to be 10 people only. I really want to do this right. It's going to be a beta test. And if you have interest in joining the Academy, reach out to me below, reach out in the comments. I'm going to be selecting the first 10 people that are interested. Doesn't matter how old you are, where you live, how much experience you have with reading different real estate books. This, like I said, is for people that really want to buy their first home in the next 6 to 12 months. If that's not you, maybe you'll join next year. But this group is for people that are dedicated, want to learn a lot. We're going to be having group discussions. We're going to be talking with lenders, insurance professionals within the group who are going to really explain the process. I'm going to be working with you one-on-one, coaching you, mentoring you every month, making sure that you're working with the best realtor in your area. I'll be there for the interviews when you decide who to work with. I'll be there just as a sounding board when you need advice. I'll be there to help you even negotiate when you're under contract, even if you're, in another state, another country. So this group is a selective group. It's going to really take my coaching, my mentorship, my expertise, and put it into one small collective, and it's going to be a really fun test to see how it first goes. So like I said, the first 10 people are going to get into this beta test, and we're going to hopefully expand from there. I'm going to learn a lot, you're going to learn a lot, but if you have interest in joining, please message me below. I think it's going to go quick, so we'll see. I'm excited. It's going to start January of 2023, but we're going to start creating the group right now. So reach out if you have any questions, comments, concerns. The pricing will be discussed as well when you reach out. So until then, take care.